Beyond the Gates spoilers. Oh my god, besties. Welcome back to the channel. It is a glorious Wednesday, but I am literally in shambles. I am filming this while sitting in my car running errands because my brain is actively melting and I needed to vent to you guys immediately. Grab your iced coffees and strap in. Because the absolute mayhem that just dropped on Beyond the Gates has ruined my entire week in the best way possible. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing right this exact second because we need to talk about this now. I am literally shaking. Like, my Apple Watch just asked me if I am doing an elliptical workout because my heart rate is genuinely spiking into the stratosphere. I am hyperventilating. Send help. My soul has actually left my body. I was mid-skincare when I was watching this episode and I straight up smeared charcoal mask all over my white rug because I gasped so hard I dropped the jar. I am not even kidding. My living room looks like a crime scene, which is honestly so fitting because we are literally watching a crime scene unfold in real time with Hayley and Bill. Bestie, be for real right now. We are witnessing the most unhinged, chaotic, utterly psychopathic villain arc in the history of television, and I am totally living for it while simultaneously clutching my pearls so hard they are turning into diamonds. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step because I am physically vibrating with anxiety. We need to dissect the absolute cinematic mayhem of Hayley's Kill Bill plot, which is basically the worst kept secret in Fairmont Crest, but somehow Bill is still breathing? Like, how? Is this man immortal? I am genuinely asking. So, let's set the scene, because Hayley is officially on my do not perceive list. She is doing the absolute most to put this man in the ground, but Bill is just not reacting the way she wants him to. It's giving major Looney Tunes energy where Wile E. Coyote keeps dropping anvils and the Roadrunner just keeps dodging them. This week, Bill is finally getting discharged from Garland Memorial Hospital, and the way it happened was so straight up toxic I had to pause the TV and scream into a pillow. Hayley is literally badgering the medical staff. She's going full Karen on Nurse Ashley Morgan, just relentlessly berating her to convince the doctors to let her husband leave the hospital. I am watching this and I'm like, girl, you are so transparent. You just want him out of that monitored environment so you can finish the job. And then Dr. Madison Montgomery actually signs the discharge papers. Madison, bestie, what are you doing? I am literally screaming at the screen, do not let this man leave. He's going home to a literal Black Widow. But no. Ashley hands over the take-home instructions and the cardiac rehab plan, and they are out the door. It was so frustrating, I literally had to yeet my phone across the room. I mean, the sheer audacity of Hayley standing there playing the concerned wife while internally plotting a murder is just wild. But wait, here is where it gets incredibly messy and honestly, a little bit hilarious in a deeply dark way. Bill, in all his infinite wisdom, straight up refuses the cardiac rehab. He's like, nope, not doing it. And you can literally see the evil little gears turning in Hayley's head. She's probably throwing a literal parade in her mind because this just makes her job so much easier. If Bill collapses again, which, let's be real, is her entire goal, she can just shrug her shoulders, put on her fake tears, and blame it on the fact that he didn't follow doctor's orders. It is the perfect alibi. She is genuinely so calculated. It is terrifying. I am literally having a panic attack just thinking about how easy he is making it for her. It's like he is digging his own grave and handing her the shovel. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but my brain is mush. Moving on the moment they get home is when my anxiety actually peaked. They walk through the front door, and the very second Bill goes into the bathroom, Hayley goes straight for the liquor cabinet. I am gripping the steering wheel of my car right now just remembering it. She pours him a glass of scotch, which, first of all, who drinks scotch immediately after a massive cardiac event? But whatever, it's Bill. And then, you guys, she doesn't just poison it. She straight up dumps a massive, ungodly amount of poison into this glass. Like, she's not even measuring anymore. She is just free pouring toxins like a bartender at a frat party. I was screaming, he is going to taste that. It's going to be crunchy. And then, just when I think my nerves cannot take another hit, the front door opens. In walk Chelsea Hamilton and Naomi Hamilton Hawthorne. The daughters are here. And this is the exact moment where the episode morphs into a high-octane psychological masterpiece because we get to see inside Hayley's twisted, rotting brain. Hayley looks at the girls, looks at the poisoned scotch, and her imagination completely overrides reality. We get this cinematic daydream sequence where she literally fantasizes about Bill taking a sip of the scotch, gasping for air, and dropping dead right there on the living room floor in front of his daughters. I am glitching. I am literally glitching right now. The absolute sickness of this woman to want his kids to watch him die. She is standing there in her fantasy, watching Chelsea and Naomi scream and cry over their father's lifeless body, and Hayley is just soaking it in like it's a spa treatment. She is practically glowing in this daydream. It's giving major psychological horror. I was sitting there with my jaw on the floor, genuinely terrified of this fictional character. The way the camera panned to her face, showing this serene, psychotic smile while the girls are supposedly wailing in the background. It was art, but it was also deeply disturbing. I am calling it right now. Her villain arc has gone nuclear. There is no coming back from this. She is straight up evil. But then, bam, she blinks, and the daydream is over. Bill is still standing there, totally fine, completely not dead. It was just a hallucination, an intrusive thought that she completely embraced. But you can tell that this little fantasy has hyped her up. It's like she just took a shot of adrenaline. She is now more excited than ever to finish him off. Did I say that yet? Ugh. My brain is moving a million miles a minute. Basically, she is now high on the idea of his demise. The stakes are astronomical, you guys. We are watching a woman who has completely lost her grip on reality and is fully leaning into her murderous desires. Wait, I need to take a sip of water because my throat is dry from yelling. Okay, back to the main event. Because the chaos does not stop there. We have to talk about the Uptown scene. So, later on, Hayley meets up with Randy at Uptown. And let's just dissect the vibes of this scene for a second because the lighting was so moody and sinister, I was obsessed. Anyway, Hayley and Randy are huddled together, and they are actively discussing Bill's impending death. This is such a colossal mess. Hayley is bragging to Randy, basically telling him that when she goes home later, she fully expects Bill to be dead on the floor, no longer breathing. She is smiling about it. She is literally grinning while talking about her husband's corpse. And then, to seal the deal, she reaches out and puts her hand on Randy's arm. Now, we know, as the audience, that this is purely a conspiratorial touch. It's not romantic. It's giving partners in crime. It's giving, we are about to split $10 million in life insurance. It's basically one accomplice congratulating the other. There is no affair happening here, just a casual murder plot. But and this is where I literally lost my mind. Guess who is lurking in the shadows outside of Uptown? Guess who is creeping in the bushes like a weirdo? Bill Hamilton. Bestie, I had to stand up and pace my living room. Bill is watching them from outside. He sees the intimate lean-in. He sees the smiles. He sees Hayley touching Randy's arm. And because Bill's ego is the size of a planet, his brain immediately jumps to the conclusion that they are sleeping together. He thinks the worst has happened, but in his mind, the worst is infidelity. He assumes they are having an affair. I was screaming at the TV, Bill, you absolute clown. She is not cheating on you. She is trying to murder you. The irony is so thick you could cut it with a knife. He is sitting there fuming over imaginary adultery while his blood is literally pumping full of antifreeze or whatever she's putting in that scotch. Which honestly brings me to a completely random tangent that I cannot stop thinking about. How is Bill still alive? Like, genuinely, how? We saw her pour half a bottle of poison into that scotch. Is Bill a mutant? Has he developed a superhuman immunity to this specific toxin? Because remember, she has been slowly poisoning him since October 2025. That is almost a year of low-dose toxins. I am starting to think she accidentally microdosed him into invincibility. Like she basically vaccinated him against her own poison. He drank that heavily spiked scotch and then had enough energy to stalk her all the way to Uptown. Make it make sense. I am literally crying laughing at the idea that Hayley's incompetence as a murderer has accidentally created an unkillable super husband. She is the worst Black Widow in history. She is straight up embarrassing the entire community of fictional female villains. And don't even get me started on the rumors because Bill seeing this affair basically confirms everything he has been hearing. Chelsea, Naomi, Kat Richardson, and Danny Dupree have all been whispering and dropping hints about Hayley and Randy sneaking around. So now, Bill thinks he finally has the proof. He thinks he caught them red-handed. He has no idea that a secret affair would actually be a massive upgrade from what they are really doing to him. If only he knew that they were plotting to split his life insurance money over his dead body. So, what happens next? Because my brain is buffering just trying to predict the fallout. Bill is enraged. He is absolutely furious. Which is honestly a step in the right direction because at least now he knows Hayley is a liar and a snake. The blinders are finally coming off. He knows she is up to something with Randy, who he knows is Sammy. And this is where the plot is about to get so insanely juicy I might actually pass out. Bill is a powerful man. And when he gets mad, he goes to his connections. And who is his biggest, baddest connection? Joey Armstrong. Wait, we need to talk about Joey now. Joey is the casino boss. He is terrifying. and he does not play games. Bill is absolutely going to contact Joey and tell him everything. He's gonna say, "Hey, my wife is sneaking around with Sammy." Now, my memory is slightly glitching here. Does Joey know that Sammy is actually Randy? I'm pretty sure he does. Or at least he knows Randy has been lurking around Hayley. And we all know Randy is absolutely terrified of Joey. Like, Randy shakes in his boots just hearing Joey's name. Joey wants to keep Bill happy because Bill is useful to him, and Joey is definitely not going to be thrilled to find out that Randy is helping to murder a guy who is in his sphere of influence. I am manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update. I can see it now. Joey is going to corner Randy. He is going to drag him into some back room at the casino and interrogate the absolute life out of him. Randy has already been warning Hayley that she is getting too sloppy, that she is being careless. The walls are closing in on their little $10 million dream. Randy is a survivor, and when he is staring down Joey Armstrong, he is going to realize that the gig is up. If he wants to live, he has to flip. He is going to throw Hayley under the bus so fast, she won't even see the tire marks. Did I mention Randy already lied to Joey once? Yeah, he let Joey think he was on his side while he was actually covering for Hayley. Joey hates being lied to. Joey can smell a lie from a mile away. So when Joey starts pressing him, Randy is going to crack like an egg. He is going to spill all the tea. He is going to tell Joey about the poison, the life insurance, the whole Kill Bill master plan. And once Joey has the name of the poison, boom, Joey can get that information to Bill's doctors. Joey can actually be the one to save Bill's life. I am literally hyperventilating right now, just picturing this sequence of events. The drama, the betrayal, the sheer cinematic glory of Randy turning on Hayley and Joey swooping in to save the day, not out of the goodness of his heart, but just to maintain his power dynamics. It is so brilliant. I am so invested in this that it has officially become my entire personality. If you try to talk to me about anything other than the Fairmont Crest poison plot this week, I will literally ignore you. I am unwell. I am physically and emotionally exhausted from caring this much about these people. Like, let's just circle back to Hayley for one more second because I cannot let this go. She is going to go home, expecting to find a corpse, and instead, she is going to find an empty glass and a husband who is secretly plotting her downfall with a casino mob boss. The absolute gag of it all. I want to be a fly on the wall when she realizes her plan has completely imploded. I want to see the exact moment the smugness drops off her face. She has been playing this wicked, manipulative game for nearly a year, destroying Danny's life, ruining Bill's health, and for what? To get outsmarted by her own sloppy accomplice and her own inability to measure a lethal dose correctly? Besties, I genuinely do not know how I am going to survive until the next episode. I am going to be pacing my floors at 3 a.m., replaying that daydream sequence in my head. The way she smiled while her stepdaughters cried. It's going to haunt my nightmares. This show is a psychological thriller masquerading as a soap opera, and I am here for every single unhinged second of it. Okay, I need to go breathe into a paper bag and maybe reapply my skincare because I am a mess. Please, please, sound off in the comments because I need to know I am not the only one spiraling over this. Are we Team Mutant Bill? Are we Team Randy flipping? Let me know, because I am officially losing my grip on reality. Love you guys, stay chaotic, and I will see you in the next breakdown. Bye!